Glad to be here, Rachel.
Why did you twice offer $1 million to expose politicians being hypocrites in their own sex lives?
I only got one vote. That's the only way I could affect political change and try to create a revolving door in Washington, and that's what we've always been about. You know, I will tell you a story that you'll appreciate. Livingston, when he resigned, the day he resigned, he did an interview with the New York Times, and they asked him what he thought about me, and he said, well, Larry Flynt's a bottom feeder. So the Times called me for a comment. I said, yeah, that's right, but look what I found when I got down there. These guys are pigs, and you got to get down in the mud with them. Vitter wasn't just the madam that he was seeing in Washington. He was visiting 2 different brothels in New Orleans. And the thing that drove me bananas about him is he was pushing his abstinence program. Now, would you want him to go around teaching you 13 or 14-year-old girl about abstinence? I mean, these guys are unbelievable. And in the book that I wrote, the scandals were just as bad 200 years ago as they are now. And they use them just as viciously to campaign against one another. And the Republicans now are trying to set up a double standard with Weinner, but I don't think we should fall for it.
You described sort of wanting to create a revolving door in Washington, essentially wanting to hound these guys, embarrass these guys, so that they would get out. But Vitter is still in the Senate, which you can probably tell amazes me. No national Republican calling on Vitter to resign or Ensign to resign.
Well, Rachel, who's to blame for that is the Senate. The Senate Ethics Committee is responsible for that. And you know how our Melanie Sloan's been working on this. You know, they don't want to police, you know, their own members, and I just think it's unfair that burden is put on the public. That should be the most important committee that they have, is the one on ethics.
Do you think that political hypocrisy is the sort of bright line here? If politicians are not being political hypocrites, if they're not going after other people's sex lives and morals and families, should their private sleeping around stay private, or is that still newsworthy?
It's universal, but, you know, something that no one's pointed out here, you know, other than the desire for survival, the strongest single desire we have is that for sex. So the one medium that we use to communicate with more than anything else, we understand it the least. So sure,